Hello everyone, welcome into another day where we're doing some energy healing, some Reiki for the collective. It is Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday, I have my days right. We're just doing a little mid-week tune-up, a little bit of a clearing. If you are feeling this energy, share some energy back with me. You can like this live stream, share it with someone who you feel needs some healing, who can benefit today. Leave me a comment in the chat with how you are feeling. The name of this song is called CSI by Ravid, Ravid. But this is just a hang drum playlist on Spotify if you want to hear all the songs that we have going on for today. How's everyone feeling? Let me know in the chat. If there's been something that you've been trying to heal recently, share what that is, what you've been doing to try to heal that. So whether it is financial issues, really trying to heal your feelings of lack, doubt, fear, or worry, whether it's you trying to attract new love into your life, what have you been trying to heal and what have you been doing to heal that? Let's have a conversation in the chat. Trying to heal the relationship that they have with themselves. It does make sense. I literally have my program called Unblocked that is all about healing the relationship with yourself. So yes, definitely makes sense. What you guys are trying to heal, but what are you doing to actually heal it? What is your process? So some of you are trying to heal through communicating with your partner, through affirmations in the mirror. Some people are like, I actually don't really know. I want to heal it, but I don't know what I'm doing. Is there a better solution? Typically, whenever I ask you guys when you're trying to heal something, what you're trying to heal and how you're trying to heal it, I like to just see where you guys are at. See if you are in the beginning, middle, or more experienced and advanced part of your healing journey. Seeing if you have some techniques other than just meditation or breath work or just trying to speak nicely to yourself, which they are important, but they're not the end all be all. And if you're trying to do some deep healing work, sometimes those just aren't enough, or you need a combination with some other things. So I'm just trying to get a general understanding of where you guys are at in terms of the spiritual practices and processes that you have to heal yourself, or if you know about energy healing in general. The OGs who've been here for a hot minute with me know the kind of answer I'm looking for when it comes to what you guys are doing to heal yourself. Shadow work is a good one as well, but you don't want to get stuck in shadow work for too long. So once you're done with the shadow work, what else do you do, right? So we don't get stuck in a healing trap. We have some people just finding some peace and stillness. Nighttime seems to be the best time for them, just overall resting. All right, OGs, speak up in the chat. What are some of the best ways to heal yourself? What do we always do here? Other than Reiki. I get it. Other than Reiki. What do we need to focus on to truly heal the root causes of our imbalances and our blockages? Courtney's got it. Courtney's got it. Grounding. I do talk a lot about grounding. But why is grounding good? What does it really help you do? Sounds like crystals always help. Crystals help, but they're also not the end-all be-all. Crystals sometimes can only help to a certain extent. So how do we actually get to the root of our blockages? How do we get to the root of healing all things? Quiz time. Interesting. We have childhood trauma or any trauma, some trauma work, understanding your core values. Seeing if anyone else other than Courtney can speak what's on my mind. Yes, grounding connects our energy to channel the Earth's energy. Why is that important? What does it do? What does it do? Meditation, we said meditation. Meditation is great. All of these things that you're suggesting to heal yourself, they're all great. But we're looking for, I'll even just take the one word. There we go. Adri, chakras. Chakras. I say it all the time here, but if you guys are new, let me know in the chat if you guys are new. Chakras, okay? The more that we can balance our own energy from within, the more that we can identify, address, purge, release, same thing, or even heal our energy centers. That's how we actually get to the bottom of healing, and that's how we get to the bottom of the root causes of our issues. Everything that you're experiencing externally is a reflection of what's going on internally in those energy centers, in those chakras. So it's important that if you guys are trying to heal certain aspects of your life, that you are focusing first and foremost on your energy centers. This is something that we focus on every single live stream, especially for the personal sessions. This is something that we focus on in every single one of my programs, either Beyond Balance or Unblocked. Because if we are continuously trying to fix something on an external or in an external way, on an external level, we're always going to find ourselves a step back, or we'll find ourselves in a healing trap, or we'll find ourselves feeling like we're healing and then we're back into the same karmic cycle, karmic pattern. You never really fell off, you just started the cycle all over again because you have to learn the lesson again, right? So it's very important that you guys in your healing journey are keeping in mind your energy centers and your chakras first and foremost. Then on top of that, you can add your shadow work. Then on top of that, you can add your meditation. Grounding is helpful because grounding is a way that you can freely balance your energy centers using Earth's medicine. So it starts with the root, and you can decompress and discharge all of that unwanted energy, all of that negativity, that stress, the overwhelm, the burnout, the anxiety, the fear, the doubt, the worry, the lack. It all discharges into the earth, and then the earth starts to reconfigure your energy, right? Or recalibrate your energy, and starts to balance you from the ground up, from the root up. So, for any of you questioning, okay, well, I'm having this area of concern in my health, or I'm having this area of concern in my finances and my money, I'm having this area of concern in my relationships, what chakra do I try and heal? Like, what do I have to focus in on? That's where we can begin our personal healing sessions together here on the live stream. So you can go to the top of my page, click the link in my bio. It says Live Reiki Sessions, and let me know what your area of concern is. I will tap into your energy, see which of your energy centers are out of balance or need some more healing, time, energy, and attention from you, and we'll go ahead and address those and begin the healing process. I will also give you some recommendations and some resources to help you maintain the healing energy that we're doing in your personal session here on the live stream. I will send you a replay, and just know too that with every personal Reiki healing session, the healing energy lasts in your system for about 10 days. Does anyone know, maybe off the top of your head, maybe someone else has told you in a reading, or maybe you are familiar with your energy centers, do you know which one of your energy centers may be blocked at this time or needs a little bit of work? Let me know in the chat. I mainly focus on the 7 main chakras, so I don't focus on anything above or anything below. I know that we have hundreds and thousands of chakras. We have tons of them in our hands specifically as well, but I only focus on the main 7 to just keep it very simple. Someone saying the heart and the root, they know that they need some work done there. Okay, perfect. How to know which one is blocked. So it does take some practice, it takes some experience, and it's not a process that I can go over very quickly here. That's exactly why I package that kind of information in one of my programs, so that we can go step by step with it, because I break it down between every single one of the 7, and I get very nuanced and detailed. But if you're looking for a free resource that will help you kind of understand, depending on the external blockages you're experiencing, so let's say that you have some health blockages, let's say that you have some money blockages, relationship blockages, in the free masterclass at the top of my page called Chakra Codes, I show you exactly which ones can influence those certain areas of your life, and that's how you can kind of discover for yourself which one of your energy centers may be blocked. Or if you want to know 100% without a shadow of a doubt, you can then contact me, and we can work together in either one of my programs or here in a personal Reiki healing session. That way I can go ahead and tap in and see individually for you where you have some imbalances going on. So quizzing you guys again, when you're trying to heal certain aspects of your life, what do we focus on? There we go. That's what I like to see. been attuned to Reiki for over 4 years. Which chakras were blocked for me when I first started? Oh my gosh, damn near all of them. Definitely the root. And the root is always going to be something that I feel needs a lot of attention, because in this day and age we are very disconnected from Mother Earth energy. So we have shoes, we have socks, we have cement floors, you know, we don't live in little huts anymore where we're able to connect with the energy of the ground every single day all the time. And so it's very important to make that kind of time and make that kind of connection. And a lot of us get very comfortable indoors in four walls as well. And so again, it doesn't leave that much time for us to actually go outside and commune with nature in the ways that we used to, where we used to feel a lot more empathy for everything and everyone. We used to feel a lot more connected to everything and everyone. Our energetic fields were expanded and pushed out so many feet far ahead of us to protect us energetically, and we can sense certain things as well. But a lot of us, if we were to kind of there is a way to measure your energetic field and how far it's pushed out. Typically it's about 6 inches instead of the 6 feet. And so that's why I always make sure to clear your energetic field. I always tell you guys to ground and have that connection to Mother Earth so that you can expand that energy field and feel a lot more protected and a lot more stable. And when you have a very strong energy field, when you have a very strong foundation and connection to your root, everything else in your energy centers usually follows suit after that, which is great. You have a heightened intuition or a sense of connection to your spiritual team and collective wisdom. You're able to manifest much quicker and more effectively, and you really start to eliminate that fear, doubt, and worry and replace it with peace, harmony, and balance. So the root for me was definitely something that needed a lot of help. Solar plexus is also something that I am always constantly working on. The heart space needed help, and my third eye needed help. My crown actually felt pretty good, but it was my third eye, and when I was able to really clear blockages in my third eye, that's what allowed me to have a very sharp intuition, and it catalyzed my whole entire journey of learning how to energy heal so I could be able to do this for all of you. Hi Melody, I found you recently. You're amazing. I'm going to download and read the 7 keys. Yes, love that. Yeah, the chakra codes, the 7 keys that Victoria is talking about is at the top of my page. It's a free masterclass. Someone's like, I'm not sure what is blocked, but I'm sick and I'm glad to be here. That's funny, I love that. I'm glad that you're here too. Beautiful. Any other questions before we get into some of our personal healing sessions? And for those of you who are interested in getting a personal healing session, you have an area of concern, or you're trying to manifest something in health, wealth, and relationships, let me know what that area of concern is at the top of my page. Click the link in my bio and then hit live Reiki sessions. You can let me know what your area of concern is right there. It'll have you type it in, and then you'll get onto my list and we'll see what the order is and start healing you guys individually. I always say that it's great to have certain healing sessions through a distance on YouTube or even through live streams as a collective healing, but nothing compares to actually getting a Reiki healing session for just you and you only, where I get to tap into your energy centers, connect with your spiritual team, give you the messages, the downloads and codes that they've been wanting to give to you, but maybe you're not in a place right now where you're very connected or even able to understand the language of your intuition. So I will help you receive those messages. I will help you connect further. And if there's anyone else who has had a personal Reiki healing session for me from the past 2 weeks, go ahead and share some of your results from just having one session, so we can kind of all see what your progress has been and hear a little bit from you about how your experience was. Thank you for the makeup. The makeup compliments, you guys. Beautiful. How do you heal overactive chakras? Personally, my throat. So if you're asking like me, how do I heal your throat chakras if it's overactive? I typically reduce the amount of energy that's in there and facilitate that flow down through the bottoms of your feet, or down through like your root, essentially, to help you kind of discharge that excess energy and that overactivity and really decompress you from that overwhelm that can happen there. I also infuse certain Reiki symbols that I see fit to either help empower you or to facilitate release for gentle flow. And the Reiki also has its own consciousness and its own intelligence, so whatever way it also see fits, it will then go ahead and help you. Sometimes you have to be able to release that as well, so I will help you facilitate some breath work too. And especially if it's an overactivity in the throat, breath work can really help. But I also have programs that teach you how to purge your own energy centers if you're not attuned or trained in some sort of healing modality. How can you use your own healing energy to heal you and just you? That's where I go into my programs, where I can teach you that. Okay, beautiful. Let's see. Let's see if there's any other questions in here. What do you think about fasting? I have friends who fast and they do it healthily and they think it's beneficial to them for whatever reasons they decide to do it. So I don't think I have a personal opinion about that. I feel like if people want to go ahead and do that, then they can do it so in a very healthy way, and there's some benefits to it. So read if there's anything else. Someone's like, I've been asking my guides for help with this, and here you are. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some personal Reiki healing sessions. If you guys have any questions in the in-between, go ahead and let me know. How do you know where your area of concern is? So whatever you're experiencing that you don't prefer in life. So if you're experiencing a lack of trust in relationships and you're trying to figure out why it is that every single time you get into a new relationship, it's like the biggest hurdle to then trust them, probably has something to do with your past experiences. Maybe you have abandonment issues. Maybe you have been cheated on before, and so you project that into your future relationships, and you're really looking to clear that aspect of yourself away to heal that and to get to a more grounded and secure place when it comes to relationships. If it is money, maybe you are really happy with where your financial status is at this time, but you're wanting to acquire more and have more abundance, more success, to be able to afford a home or to be able to afford your kids that are coming along the way. Maybe someone's pregnant, things like that. So any area of life that you're actually trying to manifest something in, or is ailing you and is causing you some sort of discomfort or displeasure, that would be an area of concern, and that's what you can let me know in the top of my page. Good question. Courtney says, my results with healing have been so beautiful. I've started seeing my reality reflected. Oh, good. I love when that happens too. Jeanette, I don't only do PayPal. If you have Venmo, I can do Venmo as well, and that would be at Melody Unique. Let me know what your area of concern is in the note, but also let me know what your email is, because if I don't have your email, I can't send you the resources or your replay. Thank you, Amanda, for the compliment. Yeah, that's what my Venmo is for anyone who wants to submit through Venmo instead of PayPal. Okay, so give me 1 second here while I look at my list. Okay, beautiful. So we have Emmy. Emmy, you're looking to just heal whatever money blocks it is that you have, or whatever discomfort it is that you feel when it comes to your financial status. So let's go ahead and tap in, see what's going on. I could probably already tell what that's going to be, because typically financial blocks, money blocks are going to be the same, generally speaking, but we'll see if there's anything else that's really blocking your system. So I'm going to have you tap in and consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. I'm going to lower this just a little bit because I feel like it's a tad bit loud. Consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, so we actually have some heart stuff going on, which is definitely understandable for you. Some sacral stuff, which I think could really be blocking the flow of all of, I feel like in general, you have a lot of energy centers that are overactive. So I feel like that sacral is kind of blocking the flow from getting to your root and being able to kind of be discharged and released from your being. You can discharge energy just through purging your energy centers one by one. So it doesn't always have to be through the root, but whenever I see that there is some sort of issues or blockages, imbalances in the lower three, it's always going to cause more imbalances the higher up you go in your energetic system. And so being able to kind of remove that block will help your body naturally and organically release, as it should, like all day long, if that makes sense, so that you don't have to sit down and purge so much or purge so often. But since so many of us aren't taught how to do this, we have to go through like the groundwork of purging each and every one of the energy centers, being consistent in energy healing sessions and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and help heal that for you. I'm going to focus in on the heart space. And the heart space, honestly, is in an overactive state. And so I feel like you're just dealing with these emotions and dealing with them and you're having to face them, and they're surfacing up, but they're not necessarily being let out. And if they are being let out, it's being let out in a way that's causing distress for yourself, it's causing distress for others. So I'm sensing that you may be harsh to others at this time, verbally. Maybe you are kind of lashing out. Maybe you are feeling very stressed at work, feeling like I have to grind and do all these things, and it's causing you a lot of just emotional flares, if you will. And I can tell that you don't want to be this way. I can tell that you want to be a little bit more self-soothed and you want to have more balance, but I don't think it's been very easy for you to feel your emotions, especially since it seems like an overabundance of them quite often for you, based off of the energy that I'm feeling here in the heart space. So we're just going to go ahead and clear that, diffuse as much of those emotions as we possibly can. My ears are ringing, so that's very good. Just a confirmation from spirit. I'm going to go ahead and put some Reiki symbols here on the heart space just to help you with this emotional overactivity, bring it back into a state of balance, and help you release these emotions in a gentle and comfortable and peaceful way. So that you can experience some calm instead of all the turbulence that I feel here in the heart space. I almost sense some agitation too, and the agitation is definitely a flare-up from the root. So we'll get to the root in a moment. you take your hands, rub them together, blow into them 3 times. This session may have you feeling very emotional too, as I'm saying that there is a lot of emotion, but typically in Reiki sessions, emotions do kind of rise to the surface in order for you to let them out. So we're going to have you let them out in a comfortable way through breath work. So again, blow into your hands 3 times and place them on your heart space. Not one on top of the other, but just both. Here on each side, left side for the divine feminine, right side for the divine masculine, and just giving yourself your own grace, giving yourself your own understanding, your own compassion, your own generosity even. Some time, energy, and attention, and you'll start to feel some sensations arise in the heart space or in the palms of your hands. I need you to keep breathing in through your nose and deep down to your belly, and from your belly out through your mouth. It's okay to release emotionally through tears, through laughter, through humming, through singing. All of those will be great vibrations to help you facilitate and process and filter these emotions out through your being. Good. A lot of stuff going in the heart space. Leave the heart space be just like that, because I feel like we've already done a lot in that area, and so the rest is just going to be up to you and your ability to release on your own. I always say that when it comes to energy healing, us practitioners can do about 75% of the work, but it's up to you to be able to do that remaining 25%, because we can hold on to stuff even if we don't really want it or we know it's not good for us. And so I feel like you're holding on to those emotions in order to like validate them, and instead, excuse me, you're like using them in order to validate them, my goodness, but you're not able to like let them go so that they can do their full process, if you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, you can remove your hands from your heart space, and I'm going to move down to the sacrum. And now, since I'm down here, I can feel a lot more of that root, and the root is feeling pretty blocked, I would say. If not fully blocked, then definitely underactive, moving into a state of getting blocked. And this is what's causing your frustration and your agitation. A lot of the anger is in the root as well. So we're going to clear those areas, facilitating a downward motion, downward flow. I would definitely say for you that the element of water will help. And typically I don't say the element of water for someone who's going through a lot of emotional overwhelm, but it seems that your emotional overwhelm is a lot of the anger, the frustration, resentment, bitterness, things that are very fiery, things that can make you feel very heated. And so I would say the element of water is going to be a really good one to cleanse with, whether you're using moon water, whether you're using Florida water, or even just your shower water by setting in intention. Kananga water is also great too, because it helps you feel the feelings of joy and happiness. It's very uplifting. So after you kind of use the water to release, I would say going in with some Kananga water, to infuse yourself with more of the energies and the emotions that you'd rather feel and experience. That's definitely going to be a game changer for you, as well as grounding. I would stay away from fire elements at this time for cleansing until you're feeling that you're more stable with your emotions and that fiery energy has kind of left the building for a while. good. I'm gonna have you breathe in one more time, in through the nose, and down to the belly, and out from the belly, out from your mouth. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy and trusting me with this healing process for you. I definitely recommend for you the Beyond Balance program, and if not the Beyond Balance program just yet, then definitely the Protect Your Energy video. That way you can understand what I mean by grounding your energy or using earth element energy, using water, and having different ways for you to be able to do so where you feel confident and you know exactly what you're doing when you're cleansing. I would say for you, cleansing at least once a day for right now is going to be the best bet, if not twice a day. I typically always recommend twice a day, once right after you wake up, and then once right after you leave from work or you're about to go into bed. Doing like a final cleanse can be very, very helpful. So that's what I have for you, Emmy. Thank you so much, and I will send you your email of your replay after the live stream. Any questions with what you guys have heard? I'm blessed to have caught your live 2 days in a row. Love that, Amber. I'm going to go ahead and check my Venmo to see if those who are asking about it sent it through there, so I'm not missing out on any lists. If you have just entered this live stream, then hello. My name is Melody Unique, but I also go by Mystique Awakening. I'm an energy healer and spiritual mentor, and in today's live stream, we did do personal healings and collective Reiki, and right now we're doing personal Reiki healing sessions. So for any area of concern that you guys have or manifestations that you're trying to bring forth when it comes to your health, your wealth, or even your relationships, let me know what that area of concern is, and I will go ahead and tap into your energy, let you know which energy centers may be causing this, and then I will go and give you some healing for that. You can go and sign up on my list at the top of my page. The link is in my bio. If you have any questions, you can let me know what those questions are right now, or if you're listening in on other people's personal Reiki sessions and you just got some gems and you're like, you know what, this really stood out to me, this resonated with me, I'm going to try this out, let me know what that is too. I like to have a little bit more of a conversation back and forth with you guys. Kiara, male coworker went after me in a negative way today. Do you still suggest I do my grounding and fire cleanse? If you are angry, probably don't do a fire cleanse, do water, and definitely do grounding as well, so that you can take all of that energy that was given to you. If you feel like you've kind of absorbed it or it's just lingering and you really can't shake it off in like a mental or emotional way, definitely ground that energy. It is easier to release the energy that other people give to you or send your way than it is, I feel, sometimes to release your own, especially if you don't already like have that kind of practice. But Kiara, I know that you've been practicing ever since we had our Reiki session together. And so yeah, just keep up with your grounding. You should be fine. Use the element of water as well. And even if you want to, when things happen that way, using the element of air, which I don't necessarily talk about too much on here, typically because it involves you having some other form of that. So like, for instance, like a tool. So it would require like a feather fan or a regular feather, or you stepping out into like a windstorm. If it's very windy that day, that can also really help you get that natural wind. That's also too, I believe that people really like to go like bike riding and like motorcycle riding and stuff like that, or like go-karting, because it like has the wind smack you, and I think it's a very like good, refreshing feeling. But also you can use the element of air in sound. So like a singing bowl, wind chimes, having some sort of tuning fork, things like that. Even kalimbas I can find very healing. Kalimbas are like ding, 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 ding. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard one, but I'm obsessed with that instrument. But things like that can also help you while you're in that space. So if someone like gave you some negative energy at work and you were like here typing away and they went into your office or your cubicle or your space doing like a ding, like afterwards, to kind of allow those vibrations to go around the whole entire room, and that can easily knock out anything that is not supposed to be there, because obviously, if we're talking about frequencies and vibrations, negativity being sent to you is one of those, and having something that will expand that and flush that out by replacing it with a different frequency that is much stronger is going to really help you. And that goes for anyone who needs that kind of advice. Does this work for everyone watching it? Because I feel good seeing it. All the chakras are realigning. So we did our we did our collective healing. And so when we did collective healing, yes, you're gonna get sent Reiki through that. I also do write Reiki symbols on the screen, so you may be experiencing that, then the calming music and things like that, the ASMR visual benefits of it. But when I'm doing personal Reiki sessions, one-on-one on these live streams, none of that Reiki is getting sent to you. It's only getting sent to that participant. Okay, Courtney, no problem. Thanks for hopping on in. Yep, same thing. Same thing, Ruben. So if it's not getting sent to you guys as a collective, as a general collective, it's not necessarily, you're just feeling like the relaxation of it. And because you're putting awareness to it, right? So if I'm doing a personal Reiki healing session on someone and I'm talking about their root, you are also hearing like, oh, my root, and you're bringing awareness to theirs. So you could also just be feeling your own healing energy, which is also what I help to facilitate here as well. So that's why even some people who have been watching my live streams every single day, they'll stay for the whole 2 hours even after the collective healing, because they like to just hear what I have to say in terms of guidance and advice, and they will maybe do the breath work alongside with that one person who's doing the personal Reiki healing session. So you benefit in other ways, but in terms of, is the Reiki I'm sending out to one person also being sent to you, or do you get a residual? No, you may just be getting residuals because of other factors. Secondhand healing. I love that, secondhand healing. Okay, the confidence you have, the energy that you have now compared to when you first started is amazing. Oh, thank you. Yes, I've earned my stripes. I've been in it for a while. Okay, we have someone who's here on my list, so I want to make sure that I'm getting to them in a timely manner. But if there's any other questions that I can answer quickly, then I will. Let me load my page so I can see my list. Okay, beautiful, good. So, who do we have here? Haley or Hallie? I believe it's pronounced Haley, but let me know so that I don't mess it up as I'm talking to you. But for you, oh, beautiful picture, by the way. I love this picture that you put on here. Okay, let's see. So just heart, healing for the heart. So if you are still here, let me know. And then we can get into your healing session. Okay, beautiful. All right, Haley, I'm gonna have you consent out loud in your head or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's see what's going on with your energy here. I'm actually feeling a lot of stuff in your crown, a lot of mental energy here, and I'm seeing it directly connect to the heart space. There's something going on here energetically that is connecting the two. I'm trying to tap in to see if I can get any more specific information. I think it's definitely, I think you may be in a situation right now. Like, I feel like something has been either triggering you about a past situation, or you're going through something right now. I'm not sure if it's a disagreement, or I'm not sure if it's, you know, some turmoil or some distance. Maybe you're even kind of missing someone, but it doesn't necessarily feel like just missing them. It feels like this situation is giving you a headache, like you are always thinking about it, or having to address it, or having to talk about it, having to deal with it on a mental level. And it's really, you're like, it's a current situation. It feels very current, but it feels like it's radiating. Like, if I were to, what I see visually, sometimes it's hard to describe, but what I sense within you, it's definitely at the top of your head right here. So it's very present and current, but I feel it radiating and echoing out of the back. So this may remind you of a past situation or a past person who, like, if the current situation you're in right now, the person's being difficult and challenging you, it reminds you of another person who is difficult and challenging you in the past. It may be the same person and they just did something that reflected something that was here, but I definitely kind of see that connection. But regardless, I just wanted to confirm that, because healing present situations and healing past situations can be a little bit different. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting both, because I need to hit both at this time. But I see it's really worrying you and it's getting you into a place of frustration. I can also see that you are doing so much to be open, so much to be honest, so much to be like understanding of the other person, and I can tell that the other person's not giving you that same amount of grace, and I can tell that that's definitely frustrating you. Yes, current relationship triggering my last relationship. Okay, I feel that. I feel like it sucks because I feel like you're doing so much to be like understanding, communicate. You're doing your best to be like as healthy as you possibly can. Your last relationship trauma. Okay, I got you. And it seems like sometimes this person's not. I feel like they're not being completely unhelpful. But you're almost like, come on, like, come on, like, just like adapt, like figure it out, like learn from me, like take my lead or follow by my example. I feel like you're really trying to like knock it into them, like, hello, wake up. You're like, you're so spot on. I can feel all of that within you. And so I get that that's definitely frustrating, and it's really clouding up your mental capacity and your emotional capacity. The heart actually is not, it's not too bad. Compared to the headspace has a lot more overactivity going on within it than the heart space does. I feel like you're pretty good at facilitating your own emotional release for the most part, but obviously if you've been having to do that for a while, it can get rather just exhausting on a physical level for you. And so we'll just release all of that and help you out with all of that. We're actually going to start with the top of your head. So I'm going to have you take your hands, rub them together, and blow into them 3 times. And place them directly on your crown, on your head space. And you can really start to already feel more of a connection between like your mind, your body, and your soul when you do something like this. And so infuse all of your own energy, your own healing energy, your own compassion, your own understanding, your own peace, harmony, and bliss into your crown. And that will eventually start to trickle throughout the rest of your being. And you may start to feel it in your heart space while we do this, because at the same time, I'm going to be continuing to clear you out. I'm also actually going to use my selenite to kind of just sever some of those emotional ties from the past for you relationally. So breathe in, and I always say breathe in down to the belly. You're going to want to do that, but keep your crown in your focus. So it's almost like you're breathing into your crown and breathing out through your crown. And that's how we're going to rid you of a lot of that overwhelm happening in that area, okay? So breathe in. Breathe out. Keep breathing at your own pace. Good job. I'm feeling it's already a lot better, but we want to maintain this. We don't want to stop when it feels good. That's just the first part. So we're going to keep going here for a little while. Your spirit guides are letting me know to tell you to really give yourself some grace at this time and really stop putting up with the extraness of it all. So stop outputting. Stop trying to say what's on your mind all the time and what's on your heart all the time, especially if you feel like they are not a good receptacle for it. Maybe they are someone who just gets overwhelmed by it and they process things slower than you. Because I'm honestly sensing this person, I don't think that they really have that much ill will. I think that some of the things that they're doing is like, duh, hello. But I don't think that they really are coming from a place of malice all too much. And if they were, I would tell you. But I think they just need to understand you better, and they have to go through their own process. And if they're not someone who knows how to emotionally process and filter their own emotion, can you imagine that kind of person trying to process and filter yours at the same time? So give yourself a break. And if it requires you to just kind of like stop conversation for a little bit, it's not like neglecting them or anything, but it's giving yourself a break in whatever way you see fit. I'm not sure if you live with them or anything like that, which can be a little bit challenging, but giving yourself a break for sure. If you guys have been hitting this on the head for days and days and days, and it's like completely consuming your life, we gotta slow that down and just allow time to kind of take its course, essentially. Allow the situation to take its course. I do predict if I were doing like a tarot reading, this is kind of the information that I'm receiving from your spiritual guides, but I do predict that in a sense they will come to their senses a bit, but they really have to do it in their own way, in their own terms. And I'm not sure if this is the first time you've had to deal with something as large in this one relationship, and if so, they have to learn you. So give them the grace to learn you as well. You're very welcome. You can take your hands from the top of your head and place them on your heart now. So again, rub together, blow 3 times onto the heart space. I'm going to put some Reiki symbols though on the crown to help out with that area. I'm sensing for you like a nice warm bath. Intend and pray upon that water to just soothe you. It's already going to help you with releasing and purifying you. So we don't have to do that extra because we're actually doing a lot of release right now. We need like the aftercare of the release. And so just soothing you. If you have like any lavender, any rose petals, essential oils that you want to put in there, definitely choose things that make you feel happy. So even if you have a little bit of like citrus, lemon, lime, essential oils, use those because they're joyful and uplifting. It's definitely time for you to infuse more of the energies and emotions that you prefer, because you've already been doing a lot of releasing and we're doing a lot of releasing here during the session. So it's really time for you to infuse. That way you don't get stuck in a healing trap, in an emotional trap where you're just like crying, or like venting, that you're just like, okay, no, I'm recharging. Because everything that you are spending your time, energy, and attention to, that is taking from you at this point. It's not giving you anything, and so you may be feeling kind of exhausted and drained because of that. Okay, good. I'm gonna have you take one more big breath into the nose and out through the mouth. Beautiful. All right, good job, Haley. So that's all that I have for you today. Remember to take it easy. Remember to take a break from the situation. Don't keep hitting it on the same, just allow yourself to infuse. If you have to kind of take a step back and like let them know with proper boundaries, like, hey, I'm gonna need like 2 days, and then in 2 days we can rehash this or we can come back to it, because I'm not sure what your attachment style is or what their attachment style is, but I know that it is just good to communicate that if you are needing some space and needing some time, that you're setting a time where they will hear from you again, especially if they're like an anxious, like avoidant kind, then they kind of need to know when they're going to hear from you, or else their mind is going to go crazy. It also gives you time to check in. Also, if you guys are at the point, because I don't know your relationship, and if we were on Zoom doing a one-on-one session where we're able to talk back and forth, I would ask you all the questions, like, and all the things. But if you are in the point in your guys' relationship, like if you've been together for like several years and you've been through like arguments like this before, it could be time to just put the situation on like pause and on break, especially if also you live together or have kids together, and like go do something kind of fun. Like literally take a pause from that aspect of yourselves and like go tap into your inner child together, have like a nice little like sit down, relax. We're not going to talk about the situation. We're just going to like enjoy ourselves and have a little bit of like a breather and a refresher to remind you guys of how much you actually like love and care for one another, and still maintain that aspect even though you may be going through something that still needs tending to. Okay, so thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. if you find yourself wanting to heal the relationship that you have with yourself and with others on a deeper level, and this has been something that has been going on for you for a while now, not this particular situation, but you're just noticing like over and over again, like, why do I keep going to the same kind of person, or why does this keep happening? What are other ways that I can heal myself when I'm going through this in the future? Then I definitely recommend the Unblocked program that I have. It's 3 months where we get to work with one another. We do have full one-on-one Reiki sessions, and it's all about overcoming the resistance that you may have in healthy and positive relationships. So if you're in a healthy and positive relationship right now, but you're still feeling fear, doubt, worry, or lack, this is how you can overcome that. So you're not stuck at a standstill and feeling held back. You can actually get to the point where you are breaking through that, and not necessarily even breaking through anything, but you're taking what you have and using it as a stepping stool to get to where you want to go in relationships. So that's what I would advise for you. But yeah, anything else that I have to offer, I'm going to send that through an email afterwards. So thank you so much for trusting me to tap into your energy. I'm going to go ahead and close you out. Yes, you hit the nail on the head in the healing exhaustion. You're so accurate. Beautiful. Well, I'm going to go look at the Unblocked now. Okay, perfect. I don't have a link for that yet, like in my bio or anything, because it's really like invitation only and you have to apply. So I'll send you the application in your email, and if it's something that you're interested in but you maybe don't really have like the time or energy for that just at this point, and you want to do something a little bit smaller, then I would suggest my Beyond Bounds program. So I'll send you information for both if you want to get started working together. Okay, let's see if there's any other questions. I feel like this music got so loud all of a sudden. Let me see. Someone was like, I need to set a reminder because I'm always catching the last half hour. I feel you. I always post the replays on my YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube, and you're going to always catch it a day late, but you're going to always catch, the first part of it, which is the collective healing if you want. But Alexis, even if you want a personal healing, we can make that happen for you today too. Is there something for a headache? I actually have Reiki for migraines, but that's like a separate purchase that you can make from me. So you can DM me, or you can just get a personal session from me right now and have your own personal replay. Absolutely, Haley. See if there's anyone else in my line for right now. Any questions that you guys have in terms of what you've been hearing for advice for others? If you guys are going through something right now that you would like just a little bit of guidance, a little bit of advice on, if you want an actual personal healing session, we can get that set up for you at the top of my page. If I rewatched the Confidence Reiki I did earlier, will it still work or no? Yes, to a certain degree, but again, like when it's being sent to you, like in the actual like live form, like for instance, let's say you were at work and you wanted me to send you Reiki at work. You could very much feel it that same exact time that I'm sending it to you very powerfully, or you could a couple hours later go home and then you're resting and relaxing and you're like, oh, I'm feeling a little tingly, like I'm feeling it now. So it could have like a delay or an after effect. So I would say that the most potent experience that you could have is going to come when you're having that Reiki session directly in that moment, or maybe a couple hours afterwards, and then maybe you even experience like the maximum amount of benefits the next day after you've had like a full night's rest. But when you're watching the replays, now that's where you kind of get into the residuals. So people are like, do I get residual healing if I'm here and I'm watching other people get Reiki? No, but the Reiki recipient will get residuals from it. So again, it's still a very relaxing experience. It's still ASMR. There's still Reiki symbols on the screen, everything like that. So you will feel it, but you'll notice that like maybe if you rewatch it for like every single day for the next 30 days, that it feels like it wore off a little bit. And that's just because, again, it's through like a recording. There is a little bit of a difference there, but still, when it's being sent like live, you may feel it more so, if that makes sense. It gets a little weird. It's woo-woo. Let me see. Questions. The question Flip made before is interesting about feeling a heavy energy in a live. Let me see. What was the question? Have you ever felt someone's energy so heavy and alive that you had to address it? If I'm doing a personal reading, yeah, but I wouldn't do like a collective healing and be like, Jessica, like you got heavy energy. Like, no, because I'm not tapping into someone individually. I just see it like as if it were all poured into one cup, if you will. So like, let's say it's more along the energies of air, so you can do like fragrance. If you put like 15 different fragrances in a room, you're not really going to always tell the individual one unless you're really trying to, but even then it gets a little bit like muddled into like one. That is what I would feel. Or if you want to take it into that energy or element of water, if you put like red water, blue water, green water, yellow water all in the same thing, and they come from all different kinds of places, like I'm only going to see like it blended, and I will see, oh wow, okay, we got a lot of emotional distress like as a commonality between everybody. But if it's individual, for sure I call that out. I'm like, oh, we got stuff going on here, we got stuff going on there. Okay, perfect. Good. Glad that makes sense. All right, let's do a little bit of collective. Now we can get into some more collective Reiki healing for you all here. If you guys have any other questions though, please feel free. I love to chit chat with you guys. It's nice to do my silent Reiki, especially for when you guys are watching the replays and stuff like that, or you really want to tap in and relax. But for me, so I can benefit, I like to chat. So if you guys have questions, let me know. I'm only going to be here on the live for a little bit as well. So anyone else who's wanting a personal healing session, go ahead and go to the top of my page. What would be examples of incorporating fire for healing? So in terms of energy cleansing, you can use the element of fire to cleanse your energy, and thus that also improves there's certain vibrations and frequencies that you have going on in your energy centers, but that's mostly like an energy field sort of thing. You can do like in-depth healing. So like, let's say I'm talking more about like my shamanic practices, my Native American healing practices. Then we do have techniques where we use like feathers, and we have a little bit of like a surgery, and then we use the element of smoke and fire to then blow into that like opening that we have created to like release and allow that area to kind of decompress is maybe not the right word, but I would just keep on saying release, to release anything that's really pent up in that area. So let's say that you're doing an in-person session with me, because this isn't something that I'm able to do through a live, but let's say you're on the table right in front of me and you had a knee injury 10 years ago. If I'm still feeling a lot of energy from you being like in that space and time where you went through that injury, I would go and do like a surgery there, and then if I felt like it needed it, I would go and infuse of that fire element to help heal you. There's also different healing techniques where we can light candles around you in all of your joints and then infuse your joints with that fire element if you need it. But there's only certain times when someone would need fire healing. Sometimes we would opt in for air and do something like drums and rattles. There's also times where we would do water and do like a water blessing or something like that, to kind of help you with your emotions, or spray you with some Florida water, or do some sort of soplo where we are misting that Florida water onto you to kind of separate any energies that could be interfering with your intentions. So there's a lot that goes into my Native American healing practices. So, but that's all technically more in person. But that's a good question. If you're just thinking of doing it for yourself, essentially, and you don't really have any of those healing techniques under your belt, then I always would definitely suggest the energy cleansing portion of it. Yamil, how can I know what chakra is unstable? I would definitely say understanding the chakra system as a whole is going to be the very first part, because if you don't really know the differences between your crown and your third eye, then it could be hard to differentiate when you're going through something in those energy centers. And then you would say, okay, well, what's going on with me physically? If I have a whole bunch of like tonsillitis or bronchitis, or I'm going through something a lot with me not being able to speak upright, you may think, okay, something's going on in my throat, something's maybe going on in my heart space. So if you need a little bit more education on that and a full breakdown, there is a free masterclass at the top of my page called Chakra Codes. I would suggest getting that free masterclass and then watching that video, taking notes, and you can kind of identify for yourself what those energies may be that are out of balance. And if you want me to kind of double check your work, that's when you would get an energy insight report, or you would get one of these healing sessions. Julia, if you would like some Reiki to help you with your anxiety, you can go to the top of my page and we can definitely get that working for you right away. Beautiful. I think someone just signed up to my list, so let me see here. Okay, sweet. So we have Renata. Renata, you're just wanting a general and overall kind of clean up, tune up. I got you covered. Give me 1 second. Renata, I'm going to have you consent out loud in your head, or even in the chat. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Okay, let's see what's going on. Renata, for you, I'm actually sensing a lot of like work stress, work anxiety, things that are just around you primarily when it comes to your career and your workspace. So I'm not sure if you work from home or you go into an office every single day or whatever it is that you do, that you go into like a physical location, but I'm definitely sensing just like the pressures of work. It's not even necessarily the people. I think the people are a part of it, but it's not like you have work drama going on or a client that's been challenging. I think it's really just like, oh, I've been quite exhausted. Maybe haven't been on a vacation in a long time. So we're just going to go ahead and clear that for you. I'm going to have you keep up with your breath, breathing deeply in through the nose and down to the belly, and from the belly out through the mouth. Definitely for you, it's time to do some more grounding. And I would say the element of fire is going to be something that will really help you to kind of decompress a lot more. If you also have not been decompressing, from your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies after work, then it's definitely time that you do so, because if your idea of decompressing is just coming home, kicking up your feet, laying down on the couch and like binge watching Netflix or TikTok for hours until you fall asleep, you're actually not truly decompressing. Yes, you're doing a low effort activity, so maybe your physical body isn't feeling as stressed, but then that's exactly why we tend to get next day hangovers or like energy hangovers, where we have a full 8 hours of sleep, but we're still feeling so stressed from the day before. We're feeling as anxious, or even maybe like a little bit less because we had sleep, but we feel like it's completely building up underneath the surface and there's just like nothing that we can do. So allowing yourself to decompress that pent up energy in a physical way, emotional way, mental way, and spiritual way is what's going to allow you to feel like you can continue moving forward and being as productive as you want to be, being as energetic as you want to be. But also, if you have people at home, like your kids, family members, your partner, you will also feel like you have more energy to spend with them. You know what I'm saying? Because you are no longer in a state where you're like, no one talk to me. Like, I just want to chill out and relax. You're in a state where you're like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, let's engage, let's connect, let's have a conversation, or like, yes, let's go to the park, things like that, where you're going to feel more available energetically to connect more with those outside of work. Good job. Keep breathing in and out. job. Allowing ease, flow, peace, comfort to wash over you. Detox baths are what I'm seeing for you as well. So a detox bath or a detox shower, even though I feel like a bath would work a little bit better, I love doing detox baths more than I love doing detox showers, just because you really get to like lay down, chill out, you're fully submerged. But allowing yourself to do a detox bath means that you are setting an intention or some sort of prayer, some sort of affirmation or mantra into the bath water before you're even filling up the tub. You can write it on the tub, you can talk to the water saying, I just really want to release this pent up energy from my work day. And then you can light some candles, make it like a moody experience. You can turn the lights off. If you have color changing lights, you can put on a color. If there are some crystals that you want to lay along the outside of your tub, there are certain crystals that you can put into water, and then there's some that you cannot. So just being very mindful of which ones you have, and if they can be submerged, then you can submerge them. If they can't, leave them on the outside rim of the bathtub, but really allow yourself to sit into that water and allow the water to of the bathtub, but really allow yourself to sit into that water and allow the water to decompress you in that way and to cleanse you in that way. And when you do that, you'll actually start to notice that the water gets like very, very murky. I know that when you're in bath water, like it will change, but when you're doing it with intention of really releasing, you're going to start to see that bath water change, and all of that energy gets basically poured into the water, from you into the water, and then it gets sent down the drain. And that is a very, very relaxing experience, but it's also a really good way to kind of get into a mode where you're easily releasing, just easily releasing. Beautiful. I'm gonna have you we'll do two more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. All right. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy today and trusting me with this healing experience. I would definitely say for you, the Protect Your Energy video, without a doubt. And if you're ready to get into a state where you are kind of regulating your nervous system a little bit more and you want to work on your energy inside of work and outside of work, that's where I would say the Beyond Balance program is going to be the best for you. But if you are just like, I want a little bit of an energetic tune-up every now and again, you can definitely do that by yourself through the Protect Your Energy video, where you use all 5 elements to cleanse from the outside and get into a state where you're feeling peaceful, harmonious, and in balance. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to leave you all the resources and information we talked about today in the email afterwards. And if you need anything else, you just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and tap out. Beautiful. Okay, we had some questions here. Let me see. Julia, when you say top of page, you mean the link in your bio? Yes. Yeah, the top of my page is the link in my bio. That's the only way that you would be able to submit an entry. So yes, you got it. Ruben, now I asked to myself, if we're all one, every healing you do for someone, you do it for everyone, no? Yeah, in a very woo-woo, meta, spiritual way, of course, absolutely. But the effects that you would experience are going to be way less, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be as potent. And honestly, Ruben, if you want, we can do a personal session for you too, so you can see how different it is getting a Reiki healing session directly to you and to you only, as opposed to you like feeling some sort of residual effects from just the relaxation live stream in general. That way you can know. You're like, at least in a collateral way, I still feel. Can you do confidence boost? Yes, Diana, go to the top of my page, click the link in my bio, and then it'll say TikTok live session, and then let me know that you want a confidence boost Reiki, and we can go ahead and do so for you. Do your arms get tired doing this? Yeah, absolutely, but I just deal with it. And plus the Reiki gets sent to me first before it gets sent out to you guys. So it usually is always kind of clearing away anything I got going on before it even gets sent to you. Good questions though. For those of you who have just tapped into this live stream, hello, my name is Mystique Awakening, or Melody Unique if you prefer to call me by my government name. Today we are doing a mix of collective healing and some personal Reiki healing sessions. So let me know if there is an area of concern that you have in health, wealth, or relationships that you are wanting to kind of clear up, you're wanting to get to the root of or the bottom of to then heal that concern. If you've been here from the beginning of the live, give me a little whoop whoop. Let me know that you've been here for a minute with me. Yes, Jenny. Love to see it. Kahana, I see you. Jan, yes, if you want an anger healing, go to the top of my page, click the link in my bio, and then sign up for a personal session. Let me know that your area of concern is anger, and I could definitely help you out with that. my breath. I don't know how you guys get rid of hiccups, but holding my breath has never failed me. See, I told you, never fails. Someone says, this doesn't work because I just fall asleep. I'm like, it works because you fall asleep. You falling asleep means it's working, you're relaxed. Diana, if you have Venmo, I can take Venmo as well. My username is @MelodyUnique, MELODYUNIQUE. Birthday twin. Okay. Our birthdays are coming up soon. Here you go. Hello everyone who has just tuned in to the stream. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Fix my hair a moment. Love to see you guys here. Tapping into your inner being, tapping into your energetic body as a whole. To relax, to find some peace, some bliss, some harmony. I will only be on the live stream for the next 15 minutes or so, so anyone who's trying to get in for a personal Reiki healing session here on the live, definitely take this opportunity before I go away. You can sign up through the link in my bio at the top of my page. Let me know what your area of concern is, and we will start to heal that aspect for you. I don't know if there's anyone here who has been trying to really regulate their nervous system or even figure out how to manifest better by tapping into their energy centers. But if you guys have really been on a healing journey for a while and the only spiritual practices you have really are meditation or some journaling, and you don't really know how to heal your energy in a way that's going to actively reduce your stress, reduce your anxiety, then DM me the word balance and I will send you a link so you can read some more information about my Beyond Balance program that helps you with this exact thing. So if you're dealing with some manifestations that haven't come through to you all the way yet in health and wealth and relationships, that's going to be a game changer for you to get all the tools that you need to address the blockages within your being that are preventing you from experiencing that kind of success, but also how you can regulate your nervous system, find some peace, some calm, and some balance, no matter what kind of chaos is around you, either at work or in the home. Do you do the personals on the live? Yes, but if you don't want me to do the personal session on the live stream, you can let me know that when you fill out your form, and then I will just do a pre-recorded video of your session. But if there is anyone who's wanting it live right here, right now, then you have a couple more minutes to get on in the line. into the breath, in through the nose and out through the mouth. It was such a pleasure to be able to conduct another healing session for all of you guys today. Again, if you are really needing a solution to regulate your nervous system, to find some peace, calm, and balance no matter the chaos that is around you, if you've really been on a journey to heal your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, then make sure that you're DMing me the word balance so that we can get you signed up for the Beyond Balance program, which also includes some Reiki healing sessions to help you facilitate your healing journey from the outside in and from the inside out. Until next time, I will see you later.